Amsterdam in May. Gert van Langeveld is enjoying the spring air together with his wife. London. The day starts off well for Colin Day, a serious businessman with a very special relationship to Norway. Peter Ulrich is his equal in Stuttgart. And in the Bavarian capital of Munich, Peter Kellerhals maintains the Norse Connection. But what's the reason for this particular interest in Norway? It can't possibly be associated with the country's status as the world's foremost ski nation.
Nee.
Or perhaps the fabulous Norse Vikings are involved here?
No.
Or the magnificent Norwegian fjords?
No. No. No.
But that's really all there is in Norway, isn't it? The country abounds in nature, and that's what people want to see, right? But then a series of very daring assertions have been made internationally concerning Norwegian electronics, of all things. Within its niches, the Norwegian electronics industry has the world's most advanced technology and competence. So they say. And that's not all. The level of costs in Norway is fully competitive with most other countries, even when it comes to large-scale production of consumer electronics. That's what they say. Let's return to Amsterdam and look for the Norse Connection. Let's go to the world's leading petrochemical research lab and look at the fire detectors from the Trondheim-based company Autronica.
Shell had special demands because they are in Amsterdam, they are situated on the River Eye, they are sensitive to the environment, so what they want to is have a system which could detect a fire in such an early stage that they will never get complaints of the people living around Shell, and that's why we made a redundant network to connect all those panels, especially for Shell. And also Autronica has made a special development of that. At the moment they have, I think, 5 or 6 fire detection control indicating panels, and they're all connected in a network.
Throughout its 1,000 years, the town of Trondheim has functioned both as a historical, spiritual and cultural capital of Norway. Possibly influenced by the spirit of the past, Trondheim is currently also the technological capital in Norway. A considerable research and development community works in close cooperation with advanced industrial producers of high-tech and electronics, among them Autronica. The clean, cool air in the small town of Røros, high up in the mountains, is vital to Autronica's subcontractor Amitec. The company produces thick film hybrid circuits for fire detectors. Could this possibly be one of the reasons why Autronica has a leading position in fire detection in Europe? In this country, with around 4 million inhabitants, they locate electronics production facilities way up in the mountains, surely in the most picturesque surroundings. But still, why not? They reply. Electronics may be manufactured anywhere, so why not do it where people like it? Sure, but companies of that kind ought to have a strong management, right?
By experience, I can say that I see it as a rather flat management organization, maybe horizontal. It's more or less people-orientated and not rules-orientated, that I can see. They are quite open. There's open management, and maybe the Norwegians want to be friends with their business relations as well. Maybe that there's a difference in culture, I don't know. I cannot explain it, but only notice it.
Oh well, 20 years contact with Norwegian industry certainly provides sufficient background for that kind of reflections.
Amsterdam is culture. Amsterdam is excitement. Amsterdam has a lot of water and boats. And so is Norway, with its very long coast and nice boats.
Arendal, on the south coast of Norway, where boats, shipping and tourism traditionally have played a dominant role, is supposed to be quite a center for electronics, with Ericsson as a key company in the telecommunications field. The Ericsson company Semaphore manufactures a range of unique modems. Texas Instruments in Britain is one of their customers.
Ericsson obviously provides that level of technical excellence, not only in fact, but also in the sales activity. Ericsson has got the right name for Texas Instruments. The notebook concept within portable computing now is very widely accepted and understood, bringing the desktop capability, the power of it, into a very small confined space. And that's why Texas Instruments are in this particular business, because it's difficult to do. And we also gave Ericsson a challenge. As you can see, it's quite a small piece, and the bit we gave Ericsson is just here. We said, we want your modem, that's all you've got. You have no more space than that. Not only did they come up with a nice, very functional piece of equipment, but it has some additional features which certainly our users have found very interesting.
As, for instance, a unique encryption function for the transmission of confidential information. So, this Norse Connection, is there really something to it? Ericsson is not alone in that respect. Anyway, the group has chosen to locate one of its international competence and training centers in these surroundings, in order to provide ideas and professional competence with new energy, if you see what I mean. And let's go back and take another bit of London and find out why in the world British Telecom has chosen a video conferencing system from Tandberg.
We chose Tandberg because it was the best product available within the CCITT standards, which is very important to us. We have a number of other products that we sell in the video conferencing area, but this was very much the best desktop system that we could find in the world at that time, and remains so to this day.
Tandberg's video conferencing systems are manufactured in Arendal by Alcatel Kitron, among others, a heavyweight electronics subcontractor with a flexible business organization as a clear advantage.
I think that the strength of the Norwegian electronic production today is, first of all, the quality we have, the people, the organization, and the processes by means of automatic machines.
So, in order to be competitive, Kitron always makes sure to be well in advance, not least as regards the machine park. And the highly complex multi-layer print circuit boards used by Kitron and several other companies are made by Capinor, an up-to-date print circuit board producer located at Gjøvik, right in their midst. The proximity to the ocean and rich shipping traditions have made Norway a pioneer also within maritime electronics. Another Norse connection, boldly claimed by the industry itself, but confirmed by the international market in electronics. Take, for instance, one of Alcatel Kitron's customers, Norcontrol Simulation, in the town of Horten, a center for electronics. Their ship simulators appear more real than reality itself, and hopefully contribute to make traffic at sea safer and to avoid serious accidents. The Horten-based company SensorNor is also concerned with safety. Based on self-developed silicon technology, SensorNor produces the crash sensor, which releases the airbag in a large part of the European car fleet.
SensorNor hat intelligente Lösungen. SensorNor verfolgt eine sehr gute Qualitätsphilosophie. Und wir sehen in SensorNor einen potenten Entwicklungspartner für unsere zukünftigen Produkte. Wir haben SensorNor ausgewählt, weil SensorNor ein Partner ist, der hohe Innovation mit hoher Zuverlässigkeit und hoher Sicherheit des Produkts paart.
SensorNor works in close cooperation with Sintef, and thanks to their research, Norway is in the forefront of the development within silicone-based microelectronics. SINTEF also carries out research commissioned by CERN, the European Laboratory for Particle Physics, among others, and the market is in fast growth.
This example of a sensor microsystem demonstrates a future challenge for us. We feel that the technology we have developed to make this module has the potential to be a future industrial winner in Norway, and we are collaborating with several Norwegian companies to make this vision come true.
Microelectronics has, no doubt, created a smaller world, and consequently, the demands for fast and safe connections have increased, no matter what means of communication.
Ja, unsere Landesgesellschaft Siemens Norwegen entwickelte und produzierte Geräte, die speziell auch hier bei uns, bei der Deutschen Telekom, für den Einsatz in den neuen Bundesländern in Frage kamen, und zwar auf einer niederen Bit-Ebene, auf der 34 Megabit-Ebene zum Beispiel. Ja. Und der hohe Standard bei der Telekom trug auch dazu bei, dass dieses Gerät natürlich weltweit zusätzlich eingesetzt werden kann. Und dieser Standard, der relativ hoch am Weltmarkt liegt, wurde mit diesen Geräten voll erfüllt.
The Norwegian telecom companies surely maintain a strong position with their respective parent companies, not least because of their cooperate attitude combined with innovation as clear values. Let's continue to a typical Norse connection. In 1991, the Norwegian Polar Research Institute carried out its large Antarctica expedition to Queen Maud Land, where 60 scientists studied climate and wildlife for 3 months. The scientists kept in touch with the surrounding world through an Inmarsat-A terminal and a portable Saturn-C terminal from ABB Nera. Equally good alternatives were not available. Both within systems development, installation and project management, Norwegian telecom producers work in close cooperation with their customers, a vital process in a market with its own particular requirements. For instance, in Antarctica, the telephone network isn't much to boast about and has to be brought in a suitcase. The next generation of satellite telephones require no more space than a regular briefcase, however with a considerably more far-reaching content. High up, deep down, and way out there. That's where NFT operates, Norway's largest and most advanced group of companies in the defense and aerospace industry. NFT manufactures and supplies the information displays in the passenger cars for bus and truck drivers on the Eurotunnel trains between Britain and France. This is only one example of the spin-off from military divisions to the civil market. And in keeping with the strong Norwegian involvement in environmental protection, NFT has developed a unique cleaning machine for electronics based on alcohol.
I have been involved in the evaluation of this machine, and I can guarantee you that all the boards coming out of this machine are enough clean for the application of the military industry. Alcohol is a green solvent. It's no dangerous for the outdoor atmosphere, and it's not dangerous for the people working with it.
In the late 80s, the Nordic countries decided to collaborate in eliminating CFC-based solvents. This machine is one of the results. When cleaning with alcohol, the annual ozone-depleting emission is reduced by 12 tons of freon. For this work, NFT received the UN Environmental Protection Agency's Stratospheric Protection Award. These rural surroundings around Oslo have provided fertile soil for some of the most recognized products in the field of electronics ever. For 40 years, Tandberg tape recorders have represented the Norse Connection. Tandberg has, as the first non-American company, won the IBM Quality Award for its streamers.
The main criteria was the consistent quality in our deliveries, both with respect to the drives itself and with respect to the on-time delivery performance, and also on how the drives performed in the field. In theory, we don't really have a quality control department here. We only have, as you see around here, we only have working people, and everyone is a part of a quality team. And therefore, we have a very close contact between development engineering groups and the production engineering group. If anything goes wrong, development people can be down here on the floor in less than 1 minute, which I think is a very strong point in favor of producing here in Norway together with the development.
Everything is moving in the right direction for Mascot, a large-scale electronics manufacturer which most West Europeans doubtlessly have encountered through their battery charges, power supplies, power aggregates, transformers, etc. Mascot has built up its solid reputation specifically around in-time production, cost efficiency and profitability for their customers. Here are some of them. Alcatel SEL in Stuttgart has an annual sales turnover of about 6.3 billion German marks and is among the big ones within all areas of German telecommunications.
Wir haben hier ein sehr gutes Beispiel einer Zusammenarbeit mit der Firma Mascot, und zwar zu einem Produkt. Das ist der ISDN-Netzabschluss, wo zum Beispiel die Mascot-Produkte hier, der DC-DC-Trafo und unter dieser Schutzhülle der AC-DC-Transformator sich befinden. Die Mascot-Produkte entsprechen voll unseren Qualitätsanforderungen, entsprechen auch und erfüllen in hohem Maße die Sicherheitsbestimmungen nach EN 6059, und unsere Qualitäts- und Sicherheitsleute waren einstimmig der Meinung, ein so gutes Produkt haben sie in den letzten Jahren nicht gesehen.
Norwegians live close to and are highly appreciative of their nature and their surroundings. This fact may have provided a basis for their willingness and need to cooperate. Norway is commonly known as a politically stable country. However, nature has also created a certain stubbornness, which is important when solving problems and keeping cool. Within the Norwegian electronics industry, these qualities are seen as a valuable basis for obtaining a sound payoff and keeping up with the development. But what do they say in the market?
We are doing business with another Norwegian company producing loudspeakers, and also there you can see that design performance of equipment is very important. And that is very special, I think, from the Nordic countries that I have some experience with, that we like that design.
Texas Instruments, as a multinational corporation, obviously seeks its business partners from areas of excellence, and I think it was no accident that we chose a Norwegian company to provide a technical and complex addition to our TravelMate notebook.
Die Zusammenarbeit mit norwegischen Partnern ist für uns besonders einfach und besonders leicht, denn die Art zu denken, die Art sich auszudrücken, ist sehr ähnlich zwischen Nordeuropäern wie Deutschen und Skandinaviern.
Our industry is clearly a niche industry. We are very strong in very particular fields. So a number of our companies can prove 30-40% market shares worldwide within their fields.
We have to work together. Being a small country with only 4 million people, there are really no reasons for trying to beat each other. So instead of fighting each other, we are trying to help each other, trying to help know-how from one company coming to the other companies.
So, what have we learned from all this? Well, it's quite obvious and strongly advisable. get some Norse connections. High creativity, the will and skill of adapting, and quite a bit of idealism characterize the more than 250 electronics enterprises in Norway. Their export is rapidly expanding together with the industry itself. But to claim that there is an electronics firm behind every Norwegian is of course a great exaggeration. Definitely.